one device that's making some waves, the INIU P50 Powerbank. Our mission really is to unpack what makes it tick, look at the main features, maybe find some surprising things, and figure out what actually matters for you.
Absolutely. And I think the key thing you'll find here, the sort of core insight, is this balance they've struck. It's about getting, genuinely high performance, fast charging, but without sacrificing portability, powerful charging in a package that honestly you barely notice you're carrying. It's about, well, freedom from battery anxiety.
Okay, let's unpack that then. So the INU P50, looking at the specs, it packs a 10,000 milliamp battery. That sounds like, well, a decent amount of juice for its size, pretty standard capacity maybe. But here's where it gets really interesting, I think. It delivers a pretty hefty 45-watt output. Now, 45 watts, that sounds like a lot compared to, say, a basic 15W bank. What does that actually unlock for someone? What can it do?
Yeah, that 45 watts is significant. But it's not just the number itself. It's also the charging protocols it supports. It handles PD, that's power delivery, and QC, quick charge, plus Samsung's super fast charging. Think of these like different high-speed languages that your devices use to talk to the charger. The INIU P50, well, it speaks all the main ones.
Which is great, yeah.
So whether you've got a newer iPhone, an Android phone, even many modern laptops, this thing can deliver the fastest possible charge safely. For example, you could charge a MacBook Air up to, say, 42% in just about 25 minutes. That's pretty quick.
42% in 25 minutes. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And for your everyday stuff, like phones, you're looking at maybe 2 full charges for an iPhone 16, or about 1.5 charges for a Samsung S24. Same ballpark for an iPad mini, roughly 1.5 charges there too. It's really about giving you that universal high-speed access, no matter what you're plugging in.
Okay, so you've got this serious charging power. Normally that means a brick, right? Some kind of bulky. But you mentioned portability earlier. INIU is marketing this as the smallest 10,000 milliamp power bank. And talk about this TinyCell Pro battery tech. What actually is TinyCell Pro? How does it make such a difference?
Right. So TinyCell Pro, it's essentially their way of packing more power into a smaller space, a more efficient battery cell design. It lets them condense that 10,000 milliamp capacity into a footprint that they claim is genuinely 45% smaller than your average 10,000 milliamp bank. And that's why it feels so different. It's surprisingly lightweight. It is pocket-friendly, ultra portable. Slips into a pocket, a small bag, a tech pouch, without you really thinking about it. It kind of changes how you think about carrying backup power.
That 45% smaller figure is quite something. It makes it genuinely practical for daily carry then, not just for trips.
Exactly. Ideal for daily carry, travel certainly, business trips, just toss it in your bag. And another convenience factor is how quickly it recharges itself. The USB-C input supports fast charging in as well as out, so it gets back to full power quicker.
And they've added some clever little design touches too, haven't they? Like that detachable USB-C to C lanyard cable. I thought that was pretty smart.
It really is a neat idea. It serves 2 purposes, right? It's a lanyard, so you can maybe hang the power bank off something, keep it handy. But it's also your fast charging cable. And it pops off. It's reusable. You can use it with other USB-C devices too.
Yeah, that's useful.
And stepping back a bit, this ties into its versatility. It's not just for your phone or tablet. Because of the power delivery support and the wattage, it's compatible with laptops, cameras, and even those really low power things like your wireless earbuds or your smartwatch. It can handle charging those safely too. So it aims to be that one single portable charger for pretty much all your tech gear.
Okay, makes sense. But whenever we talk about electronics, especially things holding this much power, safety comes up. It has to. How does the INIU P50 handle that? What's under the hood safety-wise?
Absolutely. Safety is paramount. INIU integrates what they call the Safe Fast Charge Pro system. Now, beyond the marketing name, what that actually means is it has multiple layers of protection built in. It's constantly monitoring for things like overheating, overcharging, potential short circuits. Basically, it protects both the power bank itself and your expensive phone or laptop that you've plugged into it, which is reassuring.
Right. You definitely want that reassurance.
Yeah. And they use high-grade internal components, which contributes to that safety and reliability. Plus, they back it up with a 3-year warranty, which is, quite a bit longer than standard for these kinds of devices. Shows some confidence in the build quality.
3 years is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we pull all this together, the power, the size, the features, the safety, who is this really for? Who's going to get the most benefit out of this specific device?
Well, based on what we've seen, It really seems ideal for anyone who's often on the move and relies on their tech. So, definitely frequent travelers, people commuting every day, business professionals hopping between meetings, content creators out filming or working remotely, needing power for cameras or laptops, students, mobile workers. Honestly, just about anyone who needs reliable backup power that's easy to carry and fast to use, both for emergencies and just, well, daily top ups.
Hmm. So it covers quite a broad range of people.
I think so. Ultimately, what this deep dive shows us, I think, is how you can merge thoughtful design like the small size and the lanyard cable with genuinely powerful technology. And the result is something that actually solves a common problem. It frees you from constantly hunting for a wall outlet, reduces that background anxiety about your battery dying.
So, thinking about the listener, what does this all mean for you? It means having the ability, the confidence to keep your essential devices running. Whether you're navigating a packed workday or off on an adventure somewhere, it really does empower your day, doesn't it? Not being tethered. Maybe a final thought to leave you with. Just consider how much, well, peace of mind something this small but powerful could bring to your busiest, maybe most chaotic days. What's that one device you're always wishing had a bit more juice when you're out and about?